If anyone has questions, you can start.
That's a short one, huh?
Edwy Wilkins, you can start off.
Well, sure, Cam. I'll ask a question. Cam, I work at a radio station in Edmonton, Alberta, Canada. The young man by the name of Chuba Hubbard is from this part of the world. So I'll ask, what have you seen from him as a rookie so far, and someone who obviously had to take on a few more touches a week ago?
Man, I see a really talented young guy who's going to go out and capitalize on his opportunities. I mean, he has a lot of talent, man. And I told him earlier this week, man, just go be yourself, man. Go play the game. Go do what got you here. And I mean, he's taking those types of things to heart, and I feel like he's gonna go out and perform well for us.
What's and you would have went through it yourself, that transition from an NCAA season to an NFL season? Everybody has the talent if they've been drafted into the NFL. What are some of those other things behind the scenes that players like Chuba have to transition with? Thank you.
I mean, just grasping the game. I mean, that's at any position. College and NFL is different. Everybody has talent. Every team is capable of winning every week. The movie any given Sunday is real. So I feel like he's done a tremendous job with what he's been dealt, and he's going to go out there and do well.
Will Pelagic.
Cam, as far as just the pass protection for you guys as a unit, how much has that grown just over the course of the 3 games? And also, how's it grown since the offseason? And you guys have obviously, last couple of games have protected Sam very well, especially in the second half.
I mean, it grows over time. Chemistry, learning how to communicate with the guys up front with you. I mean, those things are all important. But honestly, just honing in and just locking in and being technically sound. I mean, play against good players every week, so you have to be ready to go.
And what has it been like having kind of Dennis next to you here in an extended run? And what have you kind of impressed upon him to make sure that with him replacing Elfline, you guys don't lose a step?
I mean, it's been great having Dennis play beside me. He's one of those guys who's, really talented, and, he's played a lot of positions since he's been in the NFL as well, as far as tackle and guard. And him being able to spend extended time at one position, I mean, it can only help him. And I feel like he's taking the right precautions, and he's taking the right focus going into, preparation for these games. And, I'm confident in his performance. I'm confident in, his abilities, and, just making sure that we communicate. That's always the biggest thing up front is communication.
Joe Person, followed by David Newton.
Cam, good to see you. Remember you saying a couple weeks ago that this is the first season you really felt like you had a set position. What was that like last year in Dallas? What did you think your set position was going to be? And just like to hear about your experience in Dallas overall.
Well, last year, I was brought in to be a swing tackle. Those guys have 2 really good tackles out there in Dallas, and a really young guy, Terrence Steele, who's playing well. I was brought in to be a swing guy. So, that was, I understood that, and I understood my role in the team. And, when it was time for me to play, I stepped in and I did what I had to do. But like I said, being here and having the opportunity to play one position, and, in playing that position off season, training camp, all the way through season up to week 3 now. I mean, it's just been awesome, man, to, be able to correct mistakes that you make on a weekly basis, and, go out there and try to get better technically. Moving around is hard, but, like I said, it's a part of the game. Everybody has a different role on every team. And, Dennis being able to step into this role, and, myself stepping into the role I've stepped into. I mean, it's just, just hard work, building a chemistry with guys. But, it's just a part of the game.
How about your experience, and what was it like being a part of that franchise?
I mean, it was awesome, man. It's a blessing to be a part of any franchise in the NFL because, you get to continue playing the game that you love. Um, there's ups and downs everywhere, but, it was definitely a great experience for me to play in Dallas and see how much people didn't like the Cowboys unless you were with them. It was kind of cool in that sense. And now to be a year later removed, and now I'm going back to that stadium. It's going to be an awesome experience.
Hey, Cam, I got a couple. One, is the timing with Chuba and Christian any different for you guys on the line to get down, or is there adjustment there?
As far as, the running back position, Christian is a different player than Chuba, and vice versa. All Chuba can go out there and do is beat Chuba. Timing and hitting holes, those are the types of things that come when a running back gets filled. Christian told me earlier this season that, running back is, probably the most instinctual position on the field. And just being able to react to things. So I feel like Chuba's doing a really good job of, coming out and just, taking each play and taking each rep in stride and, trying to learn from it. But, things are going to look different. They're two different players. So, I feel like he's doing a really good job of, catching on to the details and, asking us questions or how we feel like things should be hit, what runs should hit where. And he asked all the right questions and, he's very attentive. And, having Royce back there as well, another veteran guy, it's a lot for him to draw from and, experience from other guys in that room.
Second, you've been around the hype in Dallas. It seems all week everybody nationally is talking about Dallas as one of the elite teams now. And you're not hearing much about the Panthers at 3-0. How do you take that?
I take it with a grain of salt, man. It is what it is. It's another football game. Our goal this week is to go 1-0, and their goal this week is to go 1-0. They're a tremendous football team. They have a lot of really good pieces. And at the end of the day, we're game planning and trying to go in there and, trying to impose our will on guys. And, that goes both ways. This is a game where, everybody knows. These are, our defense has to stop the run from them because they've been really effective. And we have to make sure that we keep continuing to, build our running game and, bring guys along. So, it's a game, man. It's the next game, and that's why it's the most important. Dallas is Dallas, and we're Carolina. I don't really, it is what it is. Records are what they are right now, but, those 3 games that we played don't matter at this point. The only thing that matters is this one game that we got coming up Sunday.
Thanks.
We took a couple more. So Jonathan, followed by Darren.
What's up, Cam? Hope you're doing well. I was wondering, what in particular do you think Chuba does really well as far as his skill set goes? And also, is there anything that you've, told him in this week leading up to the game?
Chuba, he's when he makes a cut, he's very good. And, when he's decisive, he's really good. And, like anybody else in this league, if you think too much, you don't react and you don't play as fast and as well as you'd like to. The only thing I've told Chuba this week is just be yourself. Don't go out here and try to be Christian. Go out here and be you. And like I said earlier, man, just, show people why they drafted you. Just continue to do the things that you've done well your entire career. And, everything else will start to fall in place. Once he gets into a rhythm, the sky's the limit.
Cam, Coach Rule said yesterday he would kind of like to stay the Wofford Panthers and talk about the training camp experience. Was there a moment during the preseason, not knowing you'd be 3-0 at this point, where you really thought, okay, this could turn into something? I like the looks of this. Was there a particular day or moment?
I can't recall a particular moment or day, but one thing I can tell you is that every team in the NFL, every year, and during the off season, they're trying to build something special. They're trying to, capitalize on, on the opportunity of the year. I mean, nobody goes out and expects to be 0-3, but at the end of the day, it happens to some people. We've been blessed and fortunate, and we worked and prepared hard enough to go out there and just make sure that we give ourselves the best possible chance to be 1-0 every week. And I mean, during preseason and training camp was just the building for that. It was us creating identity for our team. It was how we wanted to be. We wanted to be physical up front on both sides of the ball. And we wanted to be dynamic, and we wanted to be able to make plays, but we also want to be able to control the game and manage the clock as an offense and make sure we give our defense rest. Those are the things that we talked about during the preseason amongst ourselves as players. So just being able to, just building, like I said, building chemistry, building camaraderie, and building, an attitude that we want to be remembered as, and that.
So you're not going to volunteer for dorm rooms and cafeterias? Is that what you're saying?
Oh man, I did that. I did that long enough in college, but that it's always fun to be able to be around those guys during camp. Those are the dog days of the year, but that's also where you learn a lot about the guys that are in the locker room with you, mentally, physically, and emotionally. To see where these guys are, see where everybody is, and maybe I can help a guy in this way. He can help me, and we start to feed off each other, and that's the important thing that we have to do. And, it started all the way back in OTAs and off season, and it's just continually built. And we're just trying to continue to trust our process and, go about this season as, 1 week at a time.
Last one to Joe Person.
Hey, Cam, you popped up on the injury report today with a knee. How you feeling and what happened?
Oh, man, I'm good, man. I was just, just precautionary things, but, I went full today, and, I felt really good.
Thank you, Cam. Have a good day.
Thank y'all.